Everyone, forgive me if I don't appear at the start of my videos like usual. Not looking too great. I'm a little bit under the weather while I'm filming this. So just forgive me that, and I'll just do my usual spiel that you usually see me do in camera right here. Everyone, thank you very much for coming out. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed what we're about to talk about. As you can see, since we're already right there, we're going to be covering the TohQ-Ger minipla toy line. I have everything but Safari-Gao, I think his name was, or TohQ-Oh, I can't remember. The movie Zord. So we'll be covering all the regular Russias, the Hyper Russia, all that kind of stuff. Now, TohQ-Ger did start back in February of 2014 and ended in February of 2015. And it had 45 episodes and is actually one of the shortest Super Sentai series to date. And that's just a little fun trivia that I found when I was looking up some information about these guys. So this is our Red Ranger, TohQ-Gao. This is his mecha, his train, I don't know. It's called the Red Russia, and it is based on a steam locomotive. This is one of the first sets that I ever painted. So also forgive it if it's very messy. I was happy with it though. Not, not something super fantastic as toys goes. It's just a train. You can store the weapon on the Red Russia, like so. And that's about it. Now, as you can see, it has this piece on the back, and that is actually because it can connect, pardon, it can connect to the other Russia for the rainbow line. So that's the red. Here's green. Green's the bullet train. You'll see that green and blue are actually basically the same. A little bit different on the cockpit area, but they're both bullet trains. Front. Very cool. So here's blue. Like I said, the fronts are different. The very front of the train is different. Most of the rest is pretty much the same, and that's because they both make up the same parts of the body. So we got the blue. Here's pink. Pink is a subway car. And here's yellow, who is also a subway car with a little bit of a different front. Now, like I said, they do combine. To do that, what you do is they all have this little hook on the back of them. Let's see. That's also how I determined what was the back on these guys. That you can just swing out, and then what you do is you just plug them together. There's a little hole in the front, and you can just make a long train. So this is the rainbow line all hooked up. It's kind of long, even for the minipla. It's way longer. I mean, way longer as a DX toy, of course. And you can actually do this with all of the Russias. All the Russias can connect. The only one I can't connect together like this is one of Build Dio's trains, and that's because the piece fell off, and I didn't realize it until much later. So, besides being able to connect up into a train line, what else can these guys do? Well, of course they become mech, right? They become a big old mecha. But they can also, in the show, pardon me, what they would do is they would be coming along down the, make sure I got everyone in the right spots here. They would be coming along down this like rainbow track, right? And before they would combine, they would hook up, like so. And then on pink and yellow, to hook them up, you have to actually pull this piece out. I think it's similar on the DX toy. I haven't looked at the DX toy in a long minute because they have one that has like a light up train track you can get with it, and wow, that is in there today. Sorry, one sec, guys. A TohQ-Oh set that has these light up train tracks, and so every time I end up looking at TohQ, I end up looking at that one and having to stop myself from spending the money that it would be to get that. Alright, so yeah, so in the train, then they would connect up and they would go down the track a little further like this, and then the stop thing would, you know, the caution or whatever would go, and they would stop, and they would stop, it would stand up like so, and that's about all you can actually do from the show very easily, because then this is supposed to connect like this and like this, right? Like that. And then this is supposed to fold over, but the way the minipla works is you actually take it off, unplug that, and then plug that back in on the back. Turn the hands, not the whole thing, just the hand. Turn the hand. And then the head is in the back here. And that you just take and flip around, and it plugs down, and then you turn it. I believe on the DX toy, these are like little subway doors. They do swing open on the DX toy to reveal the face, but there you go. This is TohQ-Oh. Oh, that is TohQ-Oh down. Oh no, it's not TohQ-Oh yet. That's why. You gotta flip these down and turn them around. Like that. Now it's TohQ-Oh. There you go. I don't know why, but I really like this mech. It's very lanky, all this kind of stuff, but I like it. I don't know, I just love the idea of these trains just being like, yeah, this works. And there's a reason for that. In the show, one of the themes is imagination. And basically what they've done is they've taken children and given them this power. And they've made them much older, right, in the show. They've aged them up and all this kind of stuff, but they're still children. And so yeah, so they're children, and it is their imagination that drives the mecha and makes it what it is. So this is what they imagine the trains could do, and it works for kids. That's something kids would do. Be like, well, this train is an arm, and you just put it on, and this train's a leg, and you just put, you know, and this train will fold, you know. It makes sense for children to do something like this. Now, much like all the other minipla toys, this one has some changes you can make to make it a bit more posable. By removing the train, you can now plug it into the waist here. Same thing with this one. You remove the train bit, and we're going to plug it in to this side here. And this allows you to move the legs without moving the upper portion. So this gives you some posability if you don't start wrecking the whole thing. So now you can move the legs and not have to worry about moving this too. The next thing you can do is actually take this, and you can, let me try to remember how to do this, because that's how you get the waist. I think what you have to do is flip this part in. There's like a little post here, you flip that in, then it plugs back in, and there you go. Now he has a waist. And that's about it. He has elbows, which is very nice. The hands rotate. The arms move in and out a little bit, and they rotate as well. You have to hold this piece in place if you want to move the arm though now. Saw the waist, his head turns side to side. He has a knee, a very bendable knee. Part of that, this also too is a Resha. This is the, on the toys, this is the part that they would use to transform and summon the Zord and all this kind of stuff. This is their part of their transformation device as well as part of the Zord. And I like that. Anyways, so yeah, so he can get some really nice poses going actually. You know, you can have him, you know, getting ready to lunge at you or whatever. And if you have like a stand, and you can put them in it, you can, it'll hold a lot better than what I'm doing here. But you can get him to hold poses very well too. He has a very stable and center balance for a little toy. Then of course you can give him his sword. This is the Railway Crossing Sword, and he uses a attack called the Railway Crossing Slash, I believe, where he like kind of goes on tracks underneath his feet and goes whoosh at the guy. But yeah, so this is TohQ-Oh. This is a quick and kind of messy review, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not feeling too well, but I really want to get everything out that I usually get out. So I'll be more peppy the next time we do something. By then I should be feeling better. But yeah, I actually, I'm kind of sad that I'm feeling a little off today with this guy, because this is the first minipla set that I actually collected the whole series from. And it was actually the series that got me back into Super Sentai and all that. Like, back when my daughter was much younger. So I think the year after, so maybe 2015, 2016 is when I saw this show. And I really enjoyed it. And my wife was very frustrated with me at times, because I would watch it while I was cooking, and she would want me to cook faster instead of watching TohQ-Oh, rough up the bad guys while I was cooking. This show is a lot of fun to watch. It has, it's a kid's show, of course, but as an adult, I appreciated some of the themes that were in the show. So if you get the chance to check out the show, check out the show. It is worth it. The whole theme around it is imagination. But there's also a little bit of a theme of growing up and acceptance and loss and all this kind of stuff that are kind of underlying it. Of course, at the end, things work out for the best for everyone. But overall, the whole show has a very, for as peppy as it is, like the show is very energetic and upbeat. But for all that, I found that the show had almost a very sad and dark undertone to it, which made the peppiness stand out even further if you caught on to it, in my opinion. I'm not trying to make it like, oh, the kids show, it's not just a kids show. No, it's still a kids show. I just think as an adult, we can catch things that maybe kids wouldn't, or we see things in a different light. And that's a little bit of what the show was about too, You have adults who have to use their imagination like children against, the evil to protect it. How do you protect things with just imagination and all that without the wisdom of an adult? It was very interesting. Alright guys, like I said, I'm really appreciative of the fact that you guys came and checked out the video. Tomorrow, so Tuesday, will be another Resident Evil video. We'll be palling around with Billy for a bit. Wednesday, we'll be looking at the TohQ-Oh. And sorry. Wednesday, we'll be looking at some of the support rush. I want to look at the support rush on Wednesday, actually. So Thursday will be the last of the train for Resident Evil 0. And then Friday will be TohQ-Oh. So, alright guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope your Easter Sunday yesterday went very well if you celebrated. And we'll see you around on Tuesday. Be well. Be merry. Have a good one.